Welcome back to another freezing cold day in British Columbia, Canada. Tim the Blacksmith. So this is part 2 of rebuilding the Nazel power hammer. If you haven't seen the first episode, check it out because I go about how I got it, a little bit of history on it, and then the taking it apart. So today we're jumping straight in and starting to repair those parts. Here we go. This is our first part that's going on the surgery table. This essentially is the guide that keeps the ram from going up straight and not getting messed around. And we got some seals in here, and then we've got this part here, which is the guide 1, and then the guide 2, I've actually taken it out. So this is actually gonna go on the mill table. I'm actually not doing any work on this part, but I gotta check, reference some stuff so that I can correctly make the guides up or adjust those. Over at the milling machine here, and I'm going to be taking this off, so we throw that big chunk on here. Man, when was the last time I saw this table cleaned off? So I am gonna have to flip this thing over before I take it to the milling machine. And I think I'm gonna have to get Martin to help me out. Main man Martin. Hate to bug him though, he's working on axes. Look at all the axes that Martin and I have been working on. Martin's put a ton of work into these. So these are not finished obviously, but they should be finished by the time this video is uploaded. So if you're interested in one of those, head over to the website, check it out. Hey, don't make me look bad on camera by doing that by yourself, okay? Here, I'll do the hard work here. I'll just move this. Yeah, okay, good. Okay, perfect. Truck part here that I had to fix up this morning. Hopefully this dries, otherwise I'm not getting home tonight. Is I'm gonna actually take a letter stamp and stamp on here, guide came from where. So this was like this, right? Just gonna grab my letter stamp. Let's do an A and a B. Is there even an A in here? I got a B. I got 2 B's. Hey God. Aha! Beautiful. No joking around. Let's lay this A down. Am I just blind? There was 2 B's in the last set, right? So I'm gonna go back to that one. If you're like thinking like, hey Tim, are you disorganized and a mess and your life is all over the place? Yeah, it is actually. That was intentional. This is a whole segment that we're definitely going to cut out of the video. I should actually explain what I'm doing. It comes from Mark Krause. I'm going to reference him quite a bit because he's the guy for fixing these hammers. I was talking to him. These 2 parts that I'm dealing with here are the guides. They run along the side of the ram to keep it from slopping around and stuff. What you do to get them to run correctly is you put shims behind them so they're snugged up to the ram. And what Mark said can happen over time is that this part, believe it or not, can actually get worn out a little bit. And so your guide won't be sitting square to the ram. So when you go to shim it, you have to deal with indifferent thicknesses of shims on top and bottom, and that can be really frustrating. And what you do is you take this out and then you check and see if they're worn or not. So I'm gonna put this on the milling machine just so I can indicate it. And then if it's out, I'll mark that down. And then I'm actually gonna machine the shims out of square so that then I can just slip thin shim stock in between to get it all fixed up. Hopefully that makes sense. Here's I'll pull this one out and you'll see there's some shim stock behind it. So this has got couple pieces here, right? So we'll have to for sure do more than that because I'm gonna face this. You can tell that this is all rough and worn in. I don't even know what is going on. I'm pretty sure that this is all supposed to be steel and somebody has laid down this bronze, I'm guessing like brazed it on, machined it down, and we'll put those there. And then we are gonna take this thing to the milling machine. Okay, so I got the dial indicator set up. I think it's gonna work for me. So I'm gonna zero it up. And then we're just gonna take it for a walk around and see what happens. So I just ran it up and down on this side now, and it's the same 10 thou difference. And from this side to this side, it's 5 thou, but it's really just 5 thou from like 3/4 to the edge. And I'm guessing somebody ran a loose die through this thing at one point. Actually, I should check that if this other side, oh, never mind, this other side has really big scoring too. So anyways, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but let's get the other side marked up and then we'll go from there. This out, I got what I need from it as best I can, and then we'll start working on those guides. Just got this all finished up. Really happy with how that surface is finished up. I've got this part on the table here set up, and I'm actually just going to spend a little bit of time with this file and try to take out about that 5 thou on the one side, and then we'll put it back up on the table and remeasure it. So we'll see how this goes here. That scoring in here, that's pushed material up and about this far, just a little bit. So I'm hoping if I just take it out of here, then the rest of it will be okay. So what I've done is I've cleaned out the guide slot here really good with a file, and now I've got this cleaned up, the guides. Got some in my tooth. Do I stick my grubby old? And I got the guide all cleaned up. I got the guide cleaned up. I got the guide clean. Martin, I got the guide. Okay, I'm done. And I'm gonna actually put these in. I'm gonna bolt them in. I'm gonna put it back on the milling machine, and I'm gonna remeasure. I just didn't feel confident with my measuring yesterday. And I figured, you know, there's no better way to actually measure it when this is in, because it's exactly how it's gonna sit. And this is super smooth and perfect surface now to run the dial indicator on. So if I knew what I was doing, I probably wouldn't have to do that, but I don't. So this is B and B, so it's the same one that went in there, but it's not meeting up well with the grooves. It's like the holes are in the wrong place. Even this side is not right. It's machined right though, like that's beautiful. I'm wondering if somebody has taken these guides out and they didn't mark which one went where and they switched them around. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to take them out and put the A on the B side and the B on the A side. That could be a real good score. Whoa, those went in really sweet, those bolts. Oh, look at that. It matches perfect. Oh, I'm so happy. See if this side is the same story or not. Wow, that slides in really good. 100%. 100%. That's a big score. Well, it makes total sense. Somebody took it apart and it's like, oh, it's just a stupid guide. Who cares? If I didn't find that right then, I would have completely screwed it all up. Nice. So I've just got the guide put in the vise here, and now I'm gonna run it and check to see if I've got it shimmed up the right amount to take off. so that then this whole thing is sitting right where it needs to be. Wasn't sure if this was coming out on camera, but I was a little bit frustrated with the dial indicator. That longer bar I had put in to reach the bottom, I just felt like it created inconsistencies with the springiness it had. So what I've done is I've bought a machinist square, and I'm gonna put the guide back in here like this and run a square off the bottom, and then just use a filler gauge to check at the top to see where things are to get this square. And I think it's gonna work out pretty good, so we'll try it. So I'm gonna move this back to the table, just get Martin to help me out with that. Okay, thanks, Martin. Okay, so I'm just getting this set up here. And I'm just actually gonna go silent for a little bit here. I just need to concentrate, make sure I really get this perfect. Getting pretty worn out with this, you know? All right, this is that fancy square I got. I'm gonna check the other side actually. Oh! Martin! Stop! Oh! Oh, Martin, turn it down! Stop it! Oh, what is that?
Oh, that was the new Cove speaker.
Whoa, you mean the Cove Commuter 2 that connects by Bluetooth? That runs for 7 hours in one charge, has a built-in microphone, connects 30 feet up and is water resistant?
Yeah, and check that out. It splits into 2 speakers.
Dude! Where did you get this from?
Oh, I saw a YouTuber advertising.
I love YouTubers who advertise stuff on their channels. That is so sweet. Well, like, can you just like not play that kind of music right now? It's just like shredding my mind. I'm trying to concentrate over there. Can you just play something else, please?
Oh yeah, okay. What were you thinking about?
Like maybe some country music?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
A big thanks to Cove for sponsoring this video. If you use the link down below and promo code TIMD at checkout, you save 67%, so make sure to cash in on that while you can. And I think we'll just let these guys work out their indifferences on music, and then we'll jump back to the machining here. So I'm still super disappointed with myself here, but what I've done is I've stuck the filler gauge in here, got it shimmed up, and that's pretty smoking close where I need to be. And this is 14 thou, so I'm just sucking big time, but I'm gonna take it out and try it one more time to take off 14 thou off the other side to make this thing fit perfect. I realized this guide was in, hard to see, but it was resting not in the groove on the table, so it had bumped it up. So I think we're gonna be a lot better than what I thought we were, so we're gonna recheck it now. Oh, that looks a million times better. That looks super good. So what I've been doing here is I stuck it off the table just enough that I can slim these shims in from the bottom. And then I have the square in here and I can check to see where I'm at. So I've got my readings now. I'm gonna take it out, put it back in the milling machine, do the final pass, and then hopefully we got this thing. So I just got the other side put in here. We're just gonna check it. I'm really hoping I can say this is good. Feels super good. Really happy with that. Super happy with that. So this is the die. We're gonna make a new one now. Just quickly make it out of, yeah, this. So this is 4140 heat treated. I do find that to be a little bit soft for dies, but I made the bottom one out of it. So I just decided to go ahead with the top and see how it all works out for me at the end of the day. This is thick because, oh yeah, they gave me extra material, didn't they? Ton extra material because of this bevel, I guess. Extra material is typically a good thing, except when you have very poor ability to remove it. All right, so be it. I am going to start doing layout to try to get this bad boy in the bandsaw. Oh, she's a heavy one. There we go. So I wanted to show you something. If you remember in the first video, part 1, how much trouble I had to get that top die out with the wedge. I made this die up and I made this wedge up, and this wedge fits like perfect. It's like touching all the way across both surfaces. I've ran the hammer full tilt. This thing doesn't move at all, but let's see how hard it comes out here. There you go, 2 hits. That's why it's worth all the time to get stuff to sit right. It's just so nice to work with. Now we are ready to go to the milling machine with this bad boy. Just got my little work spot set up here. So this is the old top die. This will be the new top die, and then this is the bottom die. I made this one in 2018. The way this works is that this is the part that goes into the ram, and this is called a dovetail, and so it actually has, it's beveled at a 5 degree on both sides like this. So you slip it in, and then these 2 edges I believe are parallel. I gotta measure that to confirm. And then the wedge, which is this, you slide in, and when this goes in, then it all tightens up really good. And if everything is worked out perfect, it's a good system. The problem is when you get wedges and dies that don't fit well. And you saw how much of a trouble it was to get this out. Okay, I'm gonna go silent for a minute or 2 here, figure out some stuff, and then we will meet back after that. Okay, so here's the new die beside the old die. Super excited about how this is all coming. So it's actually not finished yet because I'm gonna have to round up all of the edges, especially this side here, and then machine in this slot for the indicating pin that goes into the ram. But I'm actually gonna leave that for another video. I'm gonna end this one here just for time. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed seeing how this build's going. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of how much work there is still to do on the hammer. Huge thank you to Co for sponsoring this video. Make sure to use the link down below and promo code TIMD to get 67% off your purchase. Also, axes are ready to go. Martin has been hustling hard behind the scenes to get these ready, and I'm just super stoked. If you haven't seen these before, I actually have a video fully talking about them all. Maybe I'll throw the link up here so you can check that out. As of right now, the axes are available on my website. The link will also be down below. This is kind of getting close to the end of the 1908 series, potentially, because we're starting to run out of train rail for this. So if you want a 1908, make sure to grab it. We're hoping the next batch will be that, and then that might be the end of the series. Sort of sad, but we'll find some other cool steel to make something cool from for the axes. Huge thank you to all the Patreons who have been supporting us there too. And we will look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I'm gonna go edit this video so you can see it. All right, have a good one. See you later.